Okay. What's up, Mixed Reactions? It's Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. Ian, Justin, Casey. We're without Nick tonight, but we do have Jersey on as our guest picker. How are you doing today, Jersey?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. How y'all feeling?
Ain't no
Uh,
complaints over here, man. I see you're in the car again like last time.
Yeah, man. I know y'all an hour ahead of me, right?
Nah, they're Eastern time too. They're in Maine.
Yeah, you're still an hour ahead of me. Ian.
oh, you're West Tennessee.
Yeah, it's
Oh no shit, is it Central?
Central. Yeah, it's Central Time.
Oh no shit, I didn't know part of Tennessee was Central.
Yeah, it's weird
Yeah,
split.
Yeah, it's 7:30 here.
How are you guys doing today though, Justin?
Not bad.
we covered this in part one.
I know.
I mean, I thought you guys' mood might have changed between then and now, but anyway, we're gonna hand it off to Casey. Week
Nine.
nine
Nine.
of everybody's favorite. Man, this season's flying. Favorite segment, the pick segment. So go ahead and kick off the honors, Casey.
As you said, Ian, we are here for week 9. We are past the midway point of the NFL season. It has flown right by. And boys, we're starting off with a Thursday night game that we would pray to happen in July because of how much we're missing football. But in week 9, this ain't a game anyone's looking for unless you're a fan. Because we have the Baltimore Ravens heading into Miami to play the Dolphins. Jersey, you are the guest picker, my man. You are leading this one off. Who you got, Baltimore or Miami?
Ravens, yeah.
Yeah, definitely the
And
Ravens, especially I think Lamar's coming back this week. And
Lamar is expected to come back this week. Ravens in a rout.
yeah,
okay, yeah. Yeah, I definitely have the Ravens. Lamar has been in his interviews. It seems like he's ready to go. He's itching for a good game. And unfortunately for the Dolphins, it won't be a good game.
no,
The Ravens
no,
are
it
a
will
pretty beat up
not.
team, but they're still well off enough to take care of the Dolphins.
Yes, 100%. I could not agree more. Ravens in a rout in this one. What you got, Ian?
I got Baltimore too. I mean, even when they had Snoop Huntley in there on Sunday, he looked really good. Obviously, we know Lamar's coming back. Yeah, and I think the game is going to be in Miami.
It
Yeah, it's in Miami.
is
Yeah,
It's in Miami.
in
I,
Miami, yeah.
I still got the Ravens.
Yeah, no doubt there. So we're moving on to Sunday now. In the first game in this 1 o'clock slate, we have potentially the return of Brock Purdy as well. And the San Francisco 49ers heading into MetLife to face the Giants. I'll leave this one off. I know they lost last week, but I think they're going to take care of a very banged up Giants team. Obviously, Cam Scatabo is now out as well. I get the Niners in this one, regardless if it's Mac Jones or if it's Brock Purdy. I think the Niners take care of business.
Yeah, I've got the Niners as well. Without Scatabo, they're kind of, and obviously they also don't have Malik Neighbors. Um, Jackson Dart's going to have a rough day. Rough day.
Yeah, I
For the
go. I got
Niners.
49ers. No, Jackson Dart is a young quarterback. The Niners defense, while still again another banged up defense, and the NFC still plays pretty good. I got the Niners.
Yeah, I don't see any way that New York takes this game at all. Like Jersey was saying, their defense is banged up. They're only 2.5 point favorites on the road. I mean, we saw when their offense was banged up though when they played the Rams on Thursday night and looked amazing. I don't think the Niners are getting nearly enough credit. They should be a 6.5 point favorite, especially with no Scatabo, no Malik Neighbors. Jackson Dart's gonna have a tough time. I got the Niners big by like 20.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think the game's going to be close either. So I guess we are moving on now. We have Justin Herbert in the LA Chargers heading into Tennessee to take on Cam Ward and the Titans. Ian, let's
The
leave this one off
Chargers.
with you. Oh, all right, Jersey's going to take the Chargers.
I spoke for Ian Chargers.
Yeah, he did.
We're going to continue on with the Cam Ward. We're just ass season.
Yeah,
Chargers.
100%. 100% Chargers, no question.
So far, we've all had the exact same picks for all three.
I don't think it's changing with this game either because we have the return of another quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, and he is going to be heading into Detroit to take on the Lions. And Justin, let's start with you. You're the only one who hasn't started yet. Who you got?
Lions. Lions. Uh, JJ McCarthy I mean, I have to question why they kept Carson Wentz in there with a busted up shoulder, and JJ McCarthy was sitting there, sitting on the sideline, dressed, ready to go.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain that one either.
Right.
I'm with you. I got the Lions in a route.
I'll third that opinion. I got the Lions in a route. Um, Even before JJ McCarthy got injured or benched, however we're looking at it for Carson Wentz, he wasn't playing too great. So yeah, I got the Lions winning this easily.
One thing I think we've learned about Dan Campbell is he really doesn't play down to his level of competition. They're going to be at home. And yeah, I think that it's going to be an absolute route for Detroit.
Absolutely agree. So for the next game, this might be the return of another quarterback. How many quarterbacks are coming back this week, fellas? Because we have the Atlanta Falcons heading into Gillette to take on the Patriots. And Justin, obviously, you're Mr. Everything New England. What's the word on Penix? Have you heard anything? Is he coming back?
I have not heard. I was actually going to look into Penix and Drake London because both of them were out this last weekend. I have
London,
not
I've
heard.
They
heard was
are.
doubtful. Penix, I've been hearing.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find.
I'm sure Kirk Cousins is the starter for this
Oh,
week.
you know what? Let me see. Here it is. Bam, Penix.
I'm not going to lie,
Knee.
because that would influence my decision. I don't know about completely sway it, but it
It
would
should.
sway my decision a little bit.
So
It
they're both
shouldn't.
in day to day, is what they're saying at the
Both
moment.
day to day. Both being day to day, I'm going to lean that they're not. Actually, you know what? I'm leaning what they are playing. I'm going with the upset. I'm taking the Falcons.
Mm. What about you, Jersey?
Who are they playing again? Remind me one more time.
Patriots.
Patriots.
Falcons,
Yeah,
Patriots. Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, I got Patriots. I got Patriots. I think it'll be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a rout either way. If I had to call a score, I'd say 21, maybe like 12 or 14 in favor of the Patriots. Yeah, I mean, the Patriots are a good team this year. They're playing well. Drake May's been playing lights out, but you got Bijan Robinson. If they do get Michael Penix back, that opens up their pass game a lot more. Yeah, I got, even still, I have the Patriots winning. Patriots has a great defense. The Falcons defense is just okay.
Yeah, Justin goes last because it's his team. I'm gonna go with the Patriots as well. I think it's gonna be a close one. But they're gonna be at home. Drake May, I mean, Jersey missed we were talking on the first part of the show. I mean, he might be in the running for he doesn't say these exact words. But I mean, he's playing really really good football. Also on an MVP level. I got the Patriots. I think it's going to be a situation where Atlanta's going to show up early. But I think one of the two will be missing. So I got New England slightly.
I got the Patriots, and I think it will be a comfortable win for the Patriots. The Patriots have the second or third best rushing defense in the league, which will help them neutralize Bijan Robinson. I'm not saying they're going to take him out of the game because it's Bijan Robinson, but even if you had Kirk Cousins with Drake London, I would still trust them that the New England Patriots secondary over the Falcons offense. And the Falcons just looked like ass this last weekend. Patriots in a comfortable win.
Yeah, I did not even that I think the Falcons look like ass just because they did this past week, but they've been off and on all year. They play ass one week, then they'll go and trounce the Bills. They play ass one week, and they'll go trounce the Vikings. Like they're such an up and down team. If the A plus Falcons show up, I think they could easily walk away with a W. I'm going to the upset in this one. I
Who's
got to
your
do
first
it.
L for the weekend?
I had a horrible weekend last weekend. I got to try to make up some ground here. Next, what we have here, folks, we have the game of the week in the AFC, I think, anyways, because we have Danny Dimes, the potential real MVP, Jonathan Taylor, heading into Pittsburgh to take on Aaron Rodgers, and now coming off of two straight losses now, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jersey, let's start with you. Culture Steelers.
I got the Colts. Not a big margin, but I have them at least a score, maybe a score and a half over Pittsburgh. Um, Yeah, Pittsburgh just hasn't been playing well.
I think Pittsburgh got exposed defensively this last Sunday night against the Packers. I will take Indianapolis in a comfortable win, like a 10-point win.
Yeah, no, I've actually got Indianapolis. Pittsburgh has a lower half run defense in the NFL. Also, Elliott and Kouale, they sustained injuries this past Sunday against Green Bay. Granted, I know they are going to be coming in maybe a little more determined after losing 2 games in a row, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to stop Jonathan Taylor, and Danny Dimes going to be able to play well enough for them to pull out a 7-point win, I would say.
Yeah, we're all on the Colts board for this one. I can't foresee them slipping here. Just it feels like Pittsburgh's trajectory has kind of taken a really steep decline as to what it was over the past for the first few weeks of the season. Of course, like you said, they just took that those two injuries in last week against Green Bay, and their defense in the second half just got completely annihilated. It looked pitiful in some portions of that game. I'm with the Colts as well. I don't think this is the game where they right the ship at all.
Pittsburgh lost their opportunity to get to take a stranglehold of that division when and they've just
Yeah. Well, especially now with Lamar Jackson coming back, I don't count Baltimore out yet. So we're moving on again. We have those surprising 6-2 Denver Broncos, and they're heading into Houston to maybe play a Texans team that's looking revitalized off their win last week. What you got, Ian?
Excuse me. Yeah, this is one that I was really going back and forth on. But you guys know I've been really high on Denver, high enough to where I've had them in the AFC Championship game at different points in the year. Right now, I've got them in the AFC Championship. I think even though it's going to be in Houston, and Houston looks really good, and like you were saying, I think they might look revitalized, and CJ Stroud might be riding the ship himself. I've got Denver by 2 scores. I think they're really going to come out and put it on them and make a stand. They're going to be 7-2 after this week, so. I think them and the Colts are gonna be fighting for the best team in the AFC, and then Kansas City somewhere right there. I agree.
Yeah, Denver too. I just think they're for real. I mean, they have one of the best defenses in the league. The only thing that would scare me, if I was a Denver fan going into this game, is obviously the injury to Pat Surtain. They're saying it's a possibility he might be on the injured reserve. That means Nico Collins might be able to feast in this game. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Bo Nix just looks like he's getting better and better. Denver's run game is looking solid every week as well. I just don't think Houston's going to be able to keep up offensively. I got Denver somewhere around 31-20 in this game.
I've got Denver as well. Bo Nix and Drake May are easily the top two quarterbacks of the 2024 draft class, and I don't think it's even close right now based on body of work. I'm not taking anything away from Jaden Daniels, but based on how they've been playing, Drake and Bo are the best two quarterbacks from that class right now. I will take the Broncos in this game.
I'll take the Broncos too. The Texans' pass protection has been real shaky. I think the Broncos will be able to take good advantage of that. And then even if they are able to get pass protection, I don't know. I think you guys said Pat Surtain isn't playing this week.
Correct. Yeah, they're looking like he might go on the injured reserve.
Right. But even still, they have a pretty decent secondary outside of them. Their defense as a whole is pretty good. I got the Broncos taking this easy.
Yeah, I don't disagree whatsoever. I think we're all on the Broncos on this one. They're too overwhelmingly talented for Houston to be able to compete with, I think.
Before you go on with the picks, do you realize the only game that we've differed on thus far is you had the Falcons, we all had the Patriots. Literally, other than that, across the board. But let's see if that keeps up. What we got next?
Well, next we have one of those quarterbacks from the 2024 draft class, Justin, because we have Caleb Williams in the Chicago Bears, and they're heading into Cincinnati to take on Joe Flacco and the Bengals, who just suffered the worst loss any NFL team could suffer, and that's blowing a double-digit lead to the Jets in the fourth quarter at home.
You can make the argument the Giants lost to the Broncos was worse.
No. They lost to the Jets.
I know. I'm just saying in terms of a team losing a game by the margin of loss. I'm just saying you were up however much. That's my only point to that.
With that being said, I think the Bears actually bounce back this week. Obviously, they really struggled last week against Baltimore. Baltimore looked like they're coming back to form. Caleb definitely didn't have his best game. Could argue had his worst game of the season last week. I'm going with Chicago to bounce back in this one. I think this is where that Flacco magic that tends to happen for 3 or 4 games every time he becomes a starter of a new team. I think that's where this wears off.
I got the Bears in a close one as well. I think it'll be close, but like you said, I think the Flacco magic fizzles out by the end of the fourth quarter.
All right. I guess this is where we differ. I got the Bengals. I have Jamar Chase going off. I think Jamar Chase is going to light the Bears up all night long. I'm sorry.
To disagree with that, it's just the Bengals defense is fucking terrible.
Yeah,
So I think Caleb's going to be able to move up and down the field on him.
yeah, true. I don't know. There's just something about. I just think Jamar Chase is going to do it all.
Yeah. I mean, I think one thing we can all agree on, it's going to be a pretty high scoring game, I feel.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I feel like. I feel like it'll be a high scoring game. Okay, high scoring, leaning either way. 40 points, either or.
There's rumor that Trey Hendrickson may be on the move before this weekend. If that's the case, the Bengals are cooked.
Yeah, there's 3 teams that have been rumored to call him so far.
Detroit's one of them.
I don't know, man.
Detroit, San Francisco, and Dallas.
With this game, I kept going back and forth. I'm gonna roll with Chicago. I watched them play Sunday against Baltimore. I know they got beat by a backup quarterback. The push off on DeAndre Hopkins, that's another thing. Their secondary hasn't been as consistent as I would like. Caleb made that really bad decision and threw that pick. I believe it was in the third quarter. The deep defender was lurking, and he just didn't. He was just able to react quick enough. I didn't see it as too concerning. I mean, the escapability that he has is really remarkable. Something is telling me pick the Bengals, but I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Yeah, I don't disagree with any of your logic. I mean, you're spot on with why you had to lean towards it, but this game to me, the more that I'm thinking about it, I'm sticking with my pick, right? I'm going with the Bears, but I feel like this game is truthfully going to come down to whoever has the ball last. That's how I'm starting to feel right now. Because I don't think either defense is going to stop them. I really don't. Chicago's defense is not that great, and the Bengals defense is piss poor. I'm going to stick with Chicago because I trust Caleb right now more than I trust Joe Flacco. So we're going to move on. We got the Carolina Panthers. It looks like Andy Dalton's going to be the starter again, heading into Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love, that bitch ass Micah Parsons in the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to roll the Packers, plain and simple. They're going to just completely annihilate the Panthers.
Go Pack, go.
Yeah, this game's
easily.
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
So we're going to move on, and we have the New Orleans Saints heading into LA to play the Rams. Obviously, Ian knows he goes last in this one. And so let's lead us off with Justin.
Tyler Shuck is starting for the Saints.
Yeah.
Bad day for Nolan Saints. Bad day for the Nolan Saints. Who that said they're going to beat them Saints? The Rams.
The Rams, yeah. Yeah, Rams easily.
Yeah, I got the Rams easy.
Tyler Show, is that the dude that was taking all them zesty pictures they were making fun of when he got drafted?
I think it may
Real
have been.
clean cut dude. Yeah, no man, I just don't think they're on our level. All jokes aside, it's gonna be in LA. We're coming off of that bye. I mean, our defense is looking scary against Jacksonville. I joke about Tyler Shaw, but I mean, really, it could be Spencer Rattler. There's only a handful of quarterbacks that I would truly fear against our defense right now. I got the Rams by 25 plus.
Yeah, no question about that. So for the next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars heading into Vegas to play the Raiders. I'll start off with this one. I think Jacksonville bounces back, and I got the Jags.
Jacksonville needs this one. I've got Jacksonville as well.
Ian?
Well, before I actually give my pick, did Jacksonville just come off a bye as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so I guess both teams that I was gonna say the last time they played in London was against the Rams. I mean they didn't play bad, they just couldn't put up any points, man. I got Jacksonville. The Raiders are a fucking joke this year.
They are.
It's just
And
bad.
before we get into this next game, I need to apologize to both of these teams really quickly here. Because a few picks ago, I said that the Colts and the Steelers looks like it could be the game of the week in the AFC. I completely overlooked this next game, and I apologize to both of these teams because we have Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs heading into Buffalo to play the Bills. And this has game of the year written all over it. It's always a slugfest with these teams. How it typically works out is Buffalo beats them in the regular season, and then Kansas City beats them in the playoffs. I think that trend changes this year. I got Kansas City.
I've got Kansas City as well. Buffalo's defense isn't great this year. It's just not. And the only thing, but what I would say though is Buffalo's biggest flaw right now is their run defense. But Kansas City needs to get a rusher of the Patrick Mahomes because Pacheco just got hurt.
Mhm.
But I will take Rashee Rice taking the a wildcat or a end around all day long. For Xavier Worthy, either one of them. So I got Kansas City in a slugfest, but I will take Kansas City. Wouldn't be surprised if this one went to overtime.
Not at all.
I'll the Bills just because I think Josh Allen and their score is in a rhythm. I think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are just now starting to get back into that Super Bowl contender shape that we're used to seeing from them. So I got the Bills taking this one.
God, man, this is so tough for me. I mean, I got the Bills against Denver in my AFC championship at the moment, but I'm scared to step in front of the Chiefs right now. I mean, the way they looked against Washington last night, they may be returning to form. I got the Chiefs. You could tell that was hard, man. I mean, it was really like flipping a coin, but I got the Chiefs. I don't know if that's gonna uh happen in the playoffs. Maybe that trend reverses and this trend reverses. I
I
got the
will say
Chiefs.
the first half of the Commanders game, Patrick Mahomes looked human. He did not look like himself.
I don't think, to be fair, I don't think either one of those picks were necessarily his fault. Lattimore made a great play on the first one, and the second one hit Kelsey right in the hands.
Yeah. The Kelsey one was, I don't put that on Pat at all. The Lattimore one, I think he
It was
could
just a
have thrown a
great play
better.
by
It
Lattimore.
was a great play. Don't get me wrong, but I think he could have put a better ball, put a better throw on that. That's just my opinion. That's ticky tacky. It's a ticky tacky kind of like nitpick about the throw.
Yeah. So for the next game, obviously, Jersey, you got to go last in this one because we have your Seattle Seahawks heading into Washington to play the Commanders.
Top of
Ian,
the
let's start.
division.
Top the
Shit.
division leading Seattle Seahawks.
That's I think the Rams 5-2 as well. When we play them, whatever. Nah, I gotta give it up to Seattle, man. They look good this year. I don't know why Sam Darnold couldn't do that at USC, but he's a grown man. I'm not gonna hold grudges. I think Seattle's actually gonna beat them pretty handily. And I mean, they're gonna be 6-2 after this win and 4-0 on the road. So give me the Seahawks convincingly.
I got Seattle too, especially with Jay Daniels still being on the shelf.
Yeah.
Give me Seattle.
Yeah, I got Seattle in a rout. I don't think this game's close.
All right. Obviously, I have Seattle, but I don't think it's going to be as big as a blowout as you guys might think, simply because it's a common thing with Seattle to play down to our competition. For whatever reason that is, it gives me a heart attack at almost every game. But, for whatever it is, especially because Bobby Wagner, he's still playing good. He's, top 3 in tackles, I think, right now. Their defense it's not great, but it's not bad either. I don't know how many points they've given up over the last few games. But yeah, I think it'll be a closer game. I think we're gonna win 35 to at least 24.
Okay. And now we are moving on
That's
to
not a bad
oh,
pick.
no, that's not no, that's completely fair. I mean, we all think Seattle's going to win. I understand where he's coming from because obviously he's a fan of the team, so he he skeptical, like we all are about our teams at times. We always think of the worst possible scenarios. So I get it. Makes complete sense. Now we're moving on to Monday night. And I don't know the status of Ian's favorite human on this game, but we have the Arizona Cardinals heading into Jerry World to play Dallas. And I go last.
What is the
Oh.
status of Toddler Murray? Let me see while you guys are. No, 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 no.
Well, while you do that, I'll give my opinion. This is a twerk contest. This is just a decision of who's ass more, the Cardinals or the goddamn Cowboys. Like who can shake ass better? That's what we're looking at right now. But I gotta go Cowboys. I think the Cowboys still has a decent offense, even though they've played like shit the last couple of games. I gotta give it to the Cowboys.
This last weekend was like the only time this entire year that Dallas' offense looked like shit. So I'm not going to say that Dallas' offense has looked like shit for multiple games in a row.
It was just one.
This last game, they looked like
Well,
hell.
this last game, yeah, you're right. This last game, they looked like shit.
I'm going to take Dallas as well, even if Murray's playing. Dallas, I mean, I think Dallas is just going to come out guns blazing because they got punked against Denver this last weekend. And Dak is not going to have that kind of a game two weeks in a row.
Yeah.
What you got, Ian?
I don't know, man. It's gonna be in Dallas. Kyler Murray, as of right now, it's saying he was on the field for Tuesday's bonus practice session and was spotted throwing passes to the Cardinals' main receiving options. So we don't know what his status is gonna be. The game is gonna be in Dallas. It's gonna be a primetime game. That defense is fucking trash. But I really believe in the Dallas offense. I think it's gonna be a high scoring affair. But Dallas, how about the boys? How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, I don't think the Cardinals are going to score a lot. I mean, I haven't been able to catch many of their other games,
You got
but
Trey McBride
at the
and
beginning of the
Marvin
season,
Harrison
him and
Jr.,
Marvin
but that's
Harrison
about
were
it right
doing some
now
great.
for Arizona, unless I'm
Yeah,
missing someone else, because I don't think I am.
Jersey,
right.
I'll put it to you like this. You, me, Justin, and Ian could go play offense. We'd put up 30 on Dallas defense. It's that bad. I'm 100% serious. With that being said, I'm picking Dallas in this game only because look at their home games they've had this year. Obviously, they played the Giants, they put up 40. They played the Packers, they put up 40. They played Washington, they put up 40. They're the only team that's put up 40 3 times this year. They've done it at home all 3 times. Every home game this year, they put up 40. I don't think that trend's going to stop. I don't see Arizona being able to contain this offense session, like you said. Dak is going to have a bounce back type game. Arizona doesn't have the pass rush that's going to be able to really bother Prescott. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens are going to have a field day. Obviously, the Cardinals, I think, are going to put up 30. I got this game somewhere along the lines 42-38 Dallas.
See, I have 45-28.
No, we ain't holding them under 30. That's not happening. I promise you that's not happening.
28 is not far from 30.
I don't think I've ever seen a week where we've almost like. I'll tell you the only games real quick 'cause we got like 8 minutes left that we differed on. We differed on. Casey was the only one that chose the Falcons. Jersey was the only one that chose the Bengals, and Jersey was the only one that chose the Bills. Let me know if I'm wrong on any of these guys. Jersey was the only one that chose the Bills, and that's it.
I think you got it right on all 3.
Wow.
That's a record in and of itself. Don't have to go back and do any extra editing, but I will because we want to make sure that we bring you the top quality mixed reactions. So,
like I said, going into Sunday this last week, our picks are we're either going to have a great weekend or a real shit weekend in terms of
or
our picks.
we're gonna be mediocre, but it's gonna be all of us because we all picked the same team.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think we're gonna have a great weekend though.
Yeah, some of these games are just layups.
Quite a few of them.
So before we get to the question,
upsets around the board.
yeah, no, and speaking of upsets too, before we get to the question, that's what I was gonna say. 'Cause I was gonna say something else. The World Series, did any of you guys catch that last night? 18 innings.
I
I
woke
didn't
up
stay up
randomly at 3 o'clock in the morning and it was still going.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
no,
game
I woke
ended
up at
nearly 1 o'clock Pacific.
I woke up at like 1 or like 12:30. It was the 15th inning. I was like, what? I fell back asleep, woke up, it was the 18th inning. Man, I was just tired. This game has been
Toronto
pretty good.
had Toronto had men on second and third in the top of the 18th and couldn't get him in.
And then Freeman, man. I was really hoping
Freaking
because
Freddie freaking Freeman.
I was burnt out, but I went back to bed, but I was just like, I really hope when I wake up this game is on. That would be so cool. And then
I
they had
was
a
so,
second seventh inning stretch.
I was so damn bleary. I mean, I get it's like 3 o'clock in the morning here. I thought they were replaying Freddie Freeman hitting the walk off against the Yankees as a when he hit that home run.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
was
was
like,
like shit. But yeah, so which one of you guys got the
I got the question.
question? I
I
think
got
you
the question.
mentioned it.
Yes. Okay. So this is not really sports related, but you can make it sports related if you like to. Um, no matter what's going on in your life, if you're scrolling on TV, seeing what's on, what movie, if you see that it's on, no matter what part of the movie it's in, are you going to watch the rest of it? No
It has
matter
to be
what
a
the movie
sports
is.
movie.
Doesn't have to be a sports movie.
Step Brothers.
That's a good one. That's a good question, though.
Here's This is gonna sound like such a cop out answer. I don't really have one on TV because when you have so many streaming services, there's you can watch any movie anytime, anywhere you want. Like when I'm watching TV, when I'm watching something directly on TV, I'm not scrolling to find something to watch. I know directly what I'm looking for. It's not like the old days where you got to sit through TV Guide and wait for your favorite channel to come on to see what's on for the next 3 hours. You know
Sure.
what I mean? Like if I want to watch a show and I know it's not on, I'll just go stream it. I
I
got
know what
Netflix,
movie.
Amazon, HBO Max. I got literally everything. So I the only time I truly watch TV is for sports.
Mm.
True.
Fair. For me, it'd be Shawshank Redemption. And no matter what part of the movie that's in, I will sit and watch the rest of it.
No, okay, but and that's great. I mean, Shawshank is one of my favorite movies of all time. But when we say, because like Casey was saying with these streaming services, like I don't accidentally stumble across movies like I used to. Like I usually
Right.
will get deliberately what I'm looking for. But if I had to, I want to say Talladega Nights, but Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow. That movie always puts me in a good mood.
I would say if this was 10, 15 years ago and there's no streaming services, my answer would be something like Happy Gilmore. Like I know that's sports related again. It doesn't really have to be, but that's just one of my all time favorite movies.
Right.
Step Brothers, though, I mean, that's a classic. She said, I heard my own son yell rape at the top of his lungs. I
I
was
saw
talking
him
about
use
the
a bike as a
fighting.
weapon. Question mark for like 30 minutes. What they got to do with me?
Oh shit, man. But yeah, for me though, it would probably have to be lottery ticket. I don't know if you guys seen him with Bow
Ooh.
Wow. He wins the lottery and then the whole town is just trying to chase him down. Um
Yeah, that's Mr. Gilmore's.
oh yeah. I believe that's Mr. He said, well, good for Happy Gilmore. Oh my God. He's like, little moron. Is that the
You
movie where
gotta
he's
count it,
like,
Tommy. My favorite part of that whole movie, and it's not even like a crucial scene. It's just a part that gets me dying every time. Is when Happy is attempting towards the beginning of the movie. He's driving the ball right, and he hits the dude in the top of the head right with the ball, knocks him out. And they look at Happy and like, "You hit that guy!" And
he
he's like,
shouldn't have been
"You should have
standing
been
there.
standing there." Like pretty seriously, every time he should have been standing there.
He's like, pay the man his money. Oh my
Shit gets
God.
me every time.
No, he was no. I like what Ben Stiller was on the phone with the people trying to sell him like the quilts and shit. He's like, "This is some high quality shit we're talking about." He's like,
Right.
"Oh well, your back is gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping
Oh,
duty."
landscape. Yes, he's like, my fingers hurt. He's like, oh, your fingers hurt? Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Anybody else's fingers hurt?
Stop me.
Uh,
Oh man, it was a good show, fellas. Jersey man, it's been real, bro. Anytime you want to join the pick
Yeah.
segment, Justin Casey, always nice to talk to you fellas. I'm sure we'll be Toronto just
Absolutely.
took the lead. I'm sure we'll be talking some baseball. But anybody have any closing thoughts before we close it out tonight?
Fuck
I
Philly.
just can't wait to get to the weekend.
Play that
I'm
tush
ready to see how
push.
we do.
Play that tush push because it's gonna be wet out there.
You got to ban that tush push.
Go
But you
Rams.
Okay,
fellas
I
have
have a
a great
question.
night.
Before we get out of here.
Hmm.
Did you
Go ahead.
guys see the play where he stripped the ball from
Oh,
Jalen?
Oh, yo, we
catch
went into that like 20 minutes on the
watch segment number 1. You'll see what we got into that. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, you fellas have a great night. Great show. Thanks for coming on, Jersey. You should come back and join for segment 1 sometime and give us a rant about your Seahawks.
that
And
was
don't
He
forget to
only
bring a
ever gets
towel.
he only ever gets me on here for segment 2, so blame
that's
me.
my fault. No, I got you. We do it for the first time. We had thought about that, but then it was too late and everything. But like Sean said, we don't know how to close a show. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Later,
All right,
boys.
fellas.